All right, y'all. Okay, so I'm back. So you couldn't hear me because my son, Mike, on his computer's messed up. It's 5 times for him to tell me, but hey. So we're gonna talk without the pictures and stuff. I hate, but listen, I've been gone for too long. Let's get into it. All right. So we're gonna start with the trans situation live. Then we're gonna jump into Nicki and Beyonce and the Beehive versus Bob that has been brewing since um last freaking last year. Then we're gonna jump into Shanquella. All right, so with the trans community, I just wanted to put this. I was watching that young lady live, her thing, and what she said was very true. Um, and and I've been watching a lot of people. It's some of the content creators who I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, so I was watching that lady live because I seen a lot of content creators, go at it with trans and stuff, or they'll feel some type of way like they up against, especially women. And I want to talk to the women real quick. Um, to the ladies, the trans are not our issue. The men who want to control what we have are. I'm saying it again. The trans are not our issue. Now, granted, do we have to try to educate them on things? Yes. But the men who want to tell us what to do with our body are, who want to use our body as a body machine, a baby making machines, those are our issues. They are not our issue. And I think we have to understand, as especially in the black community, that those people are minding their business and let them. Now, when they come to say things, yes, we can educate them, but we do not have to go on a tirade or sit here and go off on them because we feel like we have to. We have to have an educational conversation. And it's okay. You can agree to disagree. And I feel like social media has made it so easy for you to agree to disagree because people feel like it's shade being thrown, it's this and that going around, and it's not true. All right. Um, Now let's get into the Barb and the Nicki Minaj situation. So I'm gonna tell y'all when this started and why it started. Last year, we didn't hear much from Nikki after her situation with Meg. She went on tour. She didn't talk much about anything when she went across seas, and she was discussing about, oh, they trying to stop my show. I guess she was trying to say, I think it was a year before that, but I remember her and Meg got into it, and this before she went on tour and after or before or after Peak Friday, right? Two. Her and Meg was going back and forth. Now Meg didn't name drop. Meg didn't say nothing. She said Megan's Law, and it just started a situation because people all know that Nicki Minaj's husband has to be registered as a SA offender. So then, because Nicki been throwing shots at Megan, she been throwing shots at Cardi on Twitter. She's been going on her tirades a lot. Now, before that, she called while Beyonce was on tour for Renaissance. She called her a robot. Now, remember Renaissance, Beyonce put the robot thing and said, I click if you're not a robot. And that's when it started from there, like little slick shots, right? Okay. Then she took it down because I don't know if she wanted her attention. I don't know if she want her attention on this tour either. So Megan had said that Megan's Law after that situation. So that's when she decided to talk about Megan dead mother, right? Now, After that, the Barbs started going to, they found Megan's mother gravesite. And they went to the Houston cemetery to try to defecate and do things to Megan's mother gravesite. Rock Nation, Jay-Z and them called, they people. And they put people out there on watch on Megan's mother gravesite. This beef has been brewing for 3 years. I'm getting to how it's going. Now, she has an issue with Jay-Z, right? Okay. My question is, why did Beyonce get thrown in? This is my thing with everybody. We have just with Tory Lanez. Oh, they did this to him because he didn't sign. No. Tory Lanez has been on a tyrant, beating on sick people because they didn't speak to them. Tory Lanez sat there and act like he was cutting up horses' legs. She never said who did anything to her. Tory Lanez decided to bring his ass and bring it to the internet. She never even once went to the police. She lied and said she stepped in glass because she didn't want him to get in trouble. Tory Lanez decided to want to be bitch shot like he the thug and he Tupac little cousin and decided to do it. That's who messed up themselves was Tory Lanez. Another thing with the Barbs and Beehive. Remind you, Beehive, some of the Barbs are mostly Beehive fans. So upcoming to these tweets and stuff and coming up with, and I didn't like here, and let me put this out there. I have not seen anything on the internet except for Instagram and Facebook. I don't know who this person is. They did not show up no court documents. I didn't see none. Anybody that go looking for some didn't see none. That Jay-Z has to go to court by the 18th. I looked, I did not see it. The only thing that pulled up for me is something from 2022 to 2023 of the DNA testing. That's it. Now, the reason why he put that out there is because there is no court documents or nothing sent to him because now he on tour. It's easy to find him. You know what city and state she gonna be in. Let's be honest. He wasn't served those papers, y'all. His lawyer probably didn't even call him to do that. I'm finna tell y'all who I think that boy daddy is. Hey Terry, thank you. I believe that his daddy, because Jay-Z got a brother. Nobody took the time to know it. And he has a picture with his whole family. Go look it up. His whole family's a lineup. And that one brother, if you look at that brother and you look at that boy, it makes sense. Put two and two together. And it's no shade. I look, I say, hold on. And I'm not saying this because I'm a beehive. I get it. I'm sitting here like, sir, you got some answers, because some questions to answer, because when a long time ago, when him and Nas was beefing, they was dating who is now Nas' baby mama. I think it's Destiny Mom, or I'm not sure if it's Destiny Mom or not. But him and Nas was dating the same girl. I remember this verbatim in the 90s. And I always thought he had a daughter because we heard, but then she came out and said that she didn't, she couldn't keep that daughter with him that long or something. I think she said she had a miscarriage or something like that, so the daughter was not born. But she did get pregnant by Nas. I remember that. So at first I thought they had a child, and I remember hearing that he was dating because a lot of people thought it was Foxy. It was never Foxy Brown. Y'all got it wrong, and I have to clear it up. It was never Foxy. So you remember the light skinned girl he was with that used to rap with him, real cute, long hair. It was her that he was kind of dealing with. Now she wasn't young. She was older. I think she was like in her 20s around that time, like her early 20s. Because remember she came out. She had a song with Beyonce. They broke up. Okay. Now, fast forward. We're going to fast forward. Clear it up too. Beyonce did not date him at like 17, 18. She was with Lindell, if y'all pay attention. Not Lindell. I don't want to say Lindell. I don't think that's how you say his name. Anyway, she was dating the dude that she was with in high school. Then they broke up. And now that's when she started dating him. But I'm explaining y'all how the Beehive and the Barbs are going against each other. The Beehive and the Barb are going against each other. It all started with this Super Bowl mess because Lil Wayne wasn't picked. Now, a lot of people was mad that Lil Wayne wasn't picked, but I'm finna be honest. If y'all was really diehard Lil Wayne fans, why y'all ain't buy that album? And I heard the album was trash. Why you didn't buy the album? I wait. Why nobody brought the album? I heard the album was trash. Okay, no shade to Wayne. And that's what started it. Because if you notice, Kendrick and Drake already had an issue. Now, I went on Twitter last year and I said they got some issues with each other. A Beehive told me that's not true. You're making up stuff. Now we see it is issues because allegedly Nicki said that just because you see me dancing to a song that I was on, I just want to hear Onika, but that don't mean that I won't walk outside and kick somebody in the throat. So they give you analogies to why Solange is out here putting protection. Let me tell you something. You can't say you gonna kick somebody in the throat and then, yes, Beyonce mother did debunk it. Yeah, she wasn't. She probably wasn't talking about her. But don't forget, this woman is known around the whole world. She has Russia begging for a concert, Brazil, and all these places in Africa. Just because you can go around, don't mean hers ain't bigger than yours. And don't think for a second, and I'm gonna say this to the Barbs, and it's no shade. I just want to let y'all know because I know y'all Beehive, y'all sitting there quiet. Y'all already know how Beehive give it up. Y'all got y'all dots and all that from them. I'm finna keep it a buck. Beehive is more ruthless than the Barbs, and you're gonna get stung. You can't swat. I was on Twitter and they was just talking junk about Beyonce mom. Then it transferred to threads. And then it was so funny. I wish I could pull it up, y'all. I was tickled. When I say I see Beehive say, don't bring that ghetto trash crap from Twitter over here. I say, wait a damn minute. Did they just call them ghetto trash? I say, what? Don't bring that ghetto line trash over here on threads. Now, if you have threads, y'all know threads community is very, you can agree to disagree. You can do voice notes. You laugh at each other. It's a community of goodness. It's fun. You go to Twitter, you get free titties and booty cheeks. People trying to sell their OnlyFans and sex pages and back doors, and everybody arguing. It's a mess. It's chaos. When you go to Threads, you don't get that. You talk about other things that are different, right? Baby, when I tell you they weren't letting up on that lady, the dismount of things they said, and now it's becoming a conversation on TikTok, right? So they're trying to say Jay-Z is a pedophile. And they say, well, how can she say somebody is a pedophile? I didn't say this. The Beehive is buzzing. They said it. Well, how can you say it's a pedophile when your husband can't go be around his child and you trying to make it seem like because you was only there? Well, when I say they were talking cash shit about that lady, well, how many cocaine lies did she pull up her nose? And how I didn't say this, they said it. They was going in. What made her be quiet, and a lot of people, because she went on station here, she was like, well, maybe I should sue. I ain't see no court documents. It don't take that long. If I don't see it by Tuesday, I'm gonna come back on live and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think really was the problem. But I'm not gonna say what it is yet. I'm gonna hold it. Baby, when I tell you they were pulling up the T, how she didn't sign no paperwork. She already got paid her $9 million. He does not owe her 100 million to 200 million. You should know what somebody owe you if you gonna sue. They were lighting her ass up, and it's no shade. When I tell you that they went on there and they said he sold it and everybody got paid, and you only had 1 million left out of your payout, I didn't hear nothing else. I said okay. And then you got people saying Nikki is for. Let me tell y'all something. I'm finna keep it up with y'all. Don't for one think in your mind because that woman talk about God. Everybody does. We gonna keep it real. That she don't dabble in that either. Don't one thought in your mind to think that she don't dabble in it either. Nikki dabbles in that. Trinidad born. There's a story I'm gonna put on my community post, and I want y'all to check it out for Black Witch Yaya. She talks about, and I was watching it. It was very interesting to me. How a woman who was in the church and her husband owned the church, and she wanted the church to be successful for her husband, so she knew how to do things and hoodoo and stuff like that because of her ancestors, her grandmother, great grandmother, passed it down, and it was for protection and for just for things like that. And one of the ladies, the mothers of the church, also did that, and it was to help their husbands be successful in church. Y'all would be surprised if y'all educate yourselves what really is tea with this. Don't for one state that lady don't touch nothing either. Don't for one state Nikki don't have an altar. Don't think she don't. I just want to put that out there. And another thing, a lot of people said Nikki was getting her due because of what she's done to people, and I believe it. The things I've heard, let me tell you something. Y'all want to say Nikki did not know. Little Kim didn't lie. Little Kim said what the agenda was behind this woman, and I wholeheartedly agree. And I'm not saying it because I'm not, like I said, I like both of them. But Nikki wanted to be the only star, only rapping, only female rapper. And now that you have other people who, I don't know if she think Cardi B got a future with Jay-Z. I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you where I think it started. Fuck, I'm just gonna tell you where I think it started. Remember, I told y'all when I was getting ready to go to the concert 2 weeks ago that Cardi B was in Paris at the show. She was talking to Kelly, talking to everybody. She was around Beyonce family. She's been there around them since Coachella. Okay, when she did the Coachella. Now, and they were still cool. Now, remind you, fast forward, Glow and Ari Ball chose, Nicki felt like Glorilla chose her team to from Nicki Minaj, but because she worked with, I guess, her Megan Cardi out a song. But Glow just like doing her own thing, as we all know. We're gonna get into Megan and Glorilla in a second. Because anybody should be mad would have been Megan, but she's not, and she know how they are and how they like to work with other artists. They try to put other artists on and be in support of that because Beyonce has been doing this since 1993. So remember, she's been in the game with the first album, 94, I say 97, 90, I say 95, 96 to 97 when Destiny Child first came out. So yes, Kelly, Michelle, Latoya, Latavia are going to support new artists because remember, they were all new artists and they had to push and change and do so much. And these young ladies were grilled about their bodies, how they look, they're young. They went through so much. Like, let's be honest. So yes, when it comes to new artists, she try to show them to embrace the things because she sees something in them. But Glorilla was at the Houston show. I was there and I saw her face to face. And number one, for people to say Glow was ugly, no, she's not. No, she's not. And I don't know who did her makeup. Flawless. I seen EJ King who styles Chris Brown. He styled Karuchi, his ex-girl, Chris Brown, his girlfriend, to Megan Thee Stallion, all of them. I don't know, first of all, side note, I don't know why he gay, but that's a fine ass man. To the gays, I understand. That's a fine ass man. I'm sorry, EJ King in person is a fine ass. That's a fine ass man. I don't. I get it. That is a fine. That nigga fine. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Gay or not, you know how you can look at somebody, you could tell they feminine, they gay. They do whatever. You know how you got certain people that play for the same team as you, allegedly. I don't know, and they walk by like Carlos King. He let you know he played for the same team. That's a fine man. EJ King. is one of those men that have both sets. Be like, damn, that's a fine ass man. Skin immaculate. Kept. I get it. I understand. I understand. I get it. I get it. Clock that. I get it. But after that was shown, if y'all paid attention when that became a tyrant, when she came and got angry, then she wanted to insinuate, and I gotta debunk this too, because we gonna talk about that tonight, that he endorsed Trump. That's not true. 50 Cent endorsed Trump, and I'm gonna get into why he did it. 50 Cent endorsed Trump because he knew that Trump would pardon Diddy. And it's no tea, no shade. He was like, what y'all talking about? That's how I knew he did it. And he didn't want to say nothing and everything, right? Now, the tea that I got on Threads was Beyonce, when she did 7-Eleven, she had already left Jay-Z the second time. The first time, he en- put an engagement ring on her finger in Paris because she found out he did something. She didn't answer the phone. She was on tour. She didn't answer the phone. She didn't do none of that. She left. The second time was after Blue. That's why her Blue is so close. And when she found out what he did, she had him chase her around the country because she was going from country to country, living in condo motels until she finds something. Talking to a realtor, she got a condo with her daughter, and that was her condo in 7-Eleven, which she sold. Now they back together. So now Barbs are trying to say that Beyonce is going to be whatever but Beehive by Jay-Z, and she does whatever he say. And I just want to say this, that's not true, because Beyonce is a Libra Venus and she will walk the fuck away. Okay, that's just what we do. So yes, Barbs versus Beehive is brewing. I don't know. It's gonna get worse, maybe. But I think when Nikki turned her comments off, we initially noticed what was gonna happen. And the Barbs can't win this. I'm just gonna say that. But get ready for shit to be crazy on the internet, because it's about to be that. Now let's go to the Shanquella update. So I was surfing the website on the line, and y'all know it's been what, two, I say 3 to 4 years, we'll give that number. When we know Shanquella passed away in Mexico, and it's so crazy. I don't know how this gonna go, and I want to get my thoughts on it. So, one of the girls that we saw in the video that beat Shanquella, she wouldn't change her name, last name Green, and she tried to hide and debunk and everything, right? Well, now she's coming out saying that it was self-defense. We saw the videos. We don't understand how this was self-defense when Shaquilla was already not trying to fight you and everybody stood around recording. What self-defense was it? Was it self-defense because she said something and you can't use your tongue? Was it self-defense when you asked for her money to come on the trip? Was it self defense when she invited y'all on her dime? Was it self defense when y'all were eating off her dime being vultures? Was it self defense then? So let me put it to you this way: Mexico, the United States have detained her. FBI, right? FBI has detained her. She's sitting in waiting for see if Mexico gonna pick her up. Now we know that Mexico and the United States have a little battle of the tariffs and all that crap going on with who is now over the president's, right? Who's now in seat. Now, even though United States, certain areas have treated Mexicans wrongly, the presidents, and shout out to the president of Mexico who brought her people here to Mexico to help clean up in Kerr County, Texas. And we're gonna talk about day trifling ass tonight. Um, it's saying, hey, let's help. Now, they have to talk to the Mexican president and say, okay, we have Shanquella Robinson's, um, the suspect you're looking for, because FBI started digging. FBI went into dig mode. When FBI start digging, it could take a year or 2 years to get what they need. They're watching you. They're trying to, looking at your every trace. They're looking on social media. They're going to Social Security office. They're going to birth certificate office. They're going to name changes office. Everything. So imagine that girl changed her name. The suspect that did something to Shanquella to her last name Green, and imagine she had to get a new ID, new Social Security card, birth certificate. Please explain to me how the hell she thought that the U.S. government wasn't going to find that. I want to know. So she went and did that, and it came a radar that she changed her name. Now, I'm not sure how the system worked, and she moved to Connecticut, and she lived abroad. So, in her mind, so she left North Carolina because, remember, people were trying to fight them. People was trying to beat them up. People were doing those things. So everybody else laid low at their family house and they started talking. And then that's when they find out because they FBI was starting to come and question them looking for her. And then they went dig deeper into that she had a name change. She went from the name change and everything else. So the FBI say, okay, well, let's go a little deeper. Let's see if we can go in these databases and find out basically who and what did she change to. She decided to change her name. They went in, they found out she changed her name. She moved to Colorado. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all think they don't be looking for folks? That's why people go across seas. Because here, they're gonna find you. Your address, your name, all everybody know all that is going to be popped up. So they went and they said, okay, I'm not sure how they called her. They picked her up, they called her, they questioned her. She's been sitting in the FBI jail, Fed jail, whatever you want to call it. And now they're trying to discuss with Mexico to see if Mexico want to take her. If not, the U.S. would try her, even though it's Mexico. Now, what they might do is, I'm gonna put it to you like this, because it's different. I like that's like in the state situation, right? But the reason why she's in Fed because, in my the way I'm thinking, okay, well maybe Mexico be like, listen, y'all could go ahead and do it, or we could come and do it, but they want to know if they want to send her back to the Mexican jail or prison to serve whatever time she has to do. Here is my thing. I feel like those people that was with her holding the phone, that went to her family and lied, and that did all that stuff need to be in jail too. They need to be in jail. And the reason I say they need to be in jail is because of the fact is that y'all went, y'all took her money and left on her flight. You didn't give the money to the mother. You didn't call the mother. You told the mother that she showed, you didn't say how she died, that she died. Y'all got to get her body. And y'all left her there and that she had alcohol poisoning. Her mother had to do all that stuff to get that girl body because they were holding, Mexico was holding her body, and they tried to get her from Mexico to the United States. When they got into the United States, that's when the parents went to go see her and her body was brutally beaten. Please explain to me why the fuck they still out here walking around. They got jumped. Shout out to North Carolina for doing a big one because they jumped them and they beat them up to where they couldn't go to the club. Y'all did y'all big one, and I would too. North Carolina has made it to these folks can't go to work. These folks can't go out. They can't go out to eat. They can't do anything because if they go outside, they're getting beat up. That's just what it is. So that's why they're at their mama house. That's why they hiding with family. That's why they doing this and that. So I feel like they need to be in jail also. I feel like they need to be held accountable. Um, it took her parents a lot of money and time to get that girl body back to the States to bury her properly. because of their decisions, because of jealousy. This is why, you know what I'm saying? I feel like girl trips, um, y'all should already have a stack of boundaries of what it is and what it's not, and keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? That girl paid for everybody, and the way that they did her was wrong. If they knew she couldn't handle her liquor, all right, girl, we finna take you to the room. You need to go to your bed, and you need to go lay down, drink you some water, eat you something to eat, and we gonna need you to go to sleep because you tripping. That's what they should have said. You tripping. No, baby. You can't handle it. We need to get you some rest, baby. And made her lay down and yeah, and let her go to sleep. Sleep it off. But y'all decided to get up. That girl had a hangover and beat that girl the way you did drug her and beat her up. You jumped her. Then the other girl walked away and then the girl broke her neck by body slamming her. And you want to tell me it was self-defense when that girl was not fighting you back. How? How was that self-defense? She did nothing. That girl did not want to fight nobody. And then after you broke her neck, you laid her in the bed. And the housekeepers came and found her like that. After you called them, she's sleeping, but she not feeling good and this and that. So they coming in and the housekeeper like she ain't moved. So the housekeeper called the hospital, had an ambulance come and found out she was dead because of jealousy. But you want to say it's baby, that's not self-defense. It was never self-defense. You hated her. Then she wanted to, this how I know the girl that did it is a fucking liar. Excuse my French. First she said, oh, she was talking to my boyfriend or she knew somebody that did something to somebody. She lied. That's not true. Then that's everybody found out that wasn't true. Then she lied and put the boyfriend situation, found out that wasn't true. Then she started hiding and running around. Then they come to find out after they found out that wasn't true, that she's sitting here now is, oh, it's set the fence. That was never true. The girl is a straight liar. She is a liar. And she deserved life in prison. And if I'm in Mexico, I'm gonna make her be in prison for the rest of her life. And she trying to do that because her family can't come see her. Oh well, Shanquella family gotta go to a gravesite to visit her. They can't physically touch her. They can't physically lay eyes on her. They can't physically hug her. They can't physically give her a kiss. They can't physically sit here and see her become a mother because that was robbed from her. So to me, she getting everything she deserved. And Shanquella is getting justice. And I feel like everybody else that was a part of it need to be picked up by federal bureau investigation. You need to pick them up too. Yeah, get a warrant, pick them up because they're accomplice. To the other girl holding the phone to jump at her, she's an accomplice. To the guy going to the mother's house lying and never showing up because he lied and he was guilty, he is an accomplice. To the one that they told to shut up, he tried his best, but he got to be put as accomplice as well. To the other one recording and laughing, they an accomplice. They all need to be under the jail for accomplice to murder. In my Angela voice, shout out to her. May she rest in peace from my wives. Murder. That's what they need to be in jail for. Murder. They're accomplices. So that's how I feel. I don't know if I did probably talk about it, but that is an update. But yeah, the update is that now that she's caught, Miss Wannabe Green, we're gonna call her that. She now is going and saying, hey, it was self-defense. She was finna harm me. She was gonna do this to me. I didn't know if she was gonna do it or not. Oh no, my God. And then, yeah, that's the lie she telling. But from the videos that were out on social media, that has been scrubbed because now it's evidence it was a self-defense. Now, I'm not sure who got the whole video, but I know they got it out that person's phone. And if they did delete it, they already done got it, because even if we delete things off our iPhones or what our Samsungs, whatever phone, you can still pick it up. But yeah, so they probably did get that full video, and they probably will be using that whenever and sending it over to Mexico whenever they go to court or whatever. So I'm not sure how it's gonna work. But I know the president of Mexico was like, listen, I can't take any more US people right now. Now let me tell you, the government might be petty as hell and send that girl, the suspect, to El Salvador. Might be petty and send her to El Salvador just to be petty, to in El Salvador prison, or to live out there. She don't know nothing, nothing, just to be petty. So be mindful. Um, Child, it's a mess. So I just wanted to come on here. I'm gonna say this. I miss y'all, and I'm glad that y'all still supported me after I didn't post nothing for 2 weeks. So the thing is, um, my laptop. I have to go pick it up Wednesday. I was supposed to pick it up this week, but I'm going to pick it up next week. Um, I had to be put in. I came in clumsy. We just gonna leave it there. So I will be picking it up, and I will be going live. I will be going live tonight. Now, Mike can't do my screen shares like I do all the time, but we're going to have these conversations. If I got to get my son phone or laptop, probably his phone, and show it on the screen, that's what I'm going to do. However, I got to do it. It's going to be a little ghetto, but his microphone ain't working. But what I might do is I might come on here, and then when I get ready to screen share, show it, screen share on the computer and jump back on my phone. That's what we gonna do. That's how we gonna do it. We gonna do it that way. Or I'll play the audio off his phone, and we'll go from there and let y'all hear it and stuff. We're gonna have to go back old school a little bit, but I will be back with everything where we can have everything visible. And I know that y'all like it visible. So we're gonna jump into everything on there. Um, we gon' yeah, I don't know if y'all can, I don't know if I can do screen share, y'all can't hear it. Y'all probably won't be able to hear it. So I think I just take his phone, because he could be on his laptop, and use his phone and let y'all hear the audio and see the video and stuff. We can go from there. Well, we're going to figure something out, but that's how we'll do it. And then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I just give y'all videos, and then we'll pop back with the live and everything from there. But I do want to thank y'all for continuing to follow, and I haven't been on, and I just been posting shorts and posting here and there. I do want to appreciate that. And then plus, by the time I came back, I have been working overtime nonstop. Trust me, it's been very busy with the holidays and stuff. So I want to appreciate y'all and things of that nature. Um, I do want to have us, I don't know, I want to do something a little fun with y'all. And I don't want people to think I'm stealing their stuff from not, but I do. I saw another content creator did like for her anniversary, she did like a party. Shout out to Yanni Bonnie B. And that gave me an idea that I kind of do want to have a party with y'all for my third year on here on YouTube. And I want to have some fun. I do. I want to have some fun. And I'm gonna talk to the other CCs that feel like they're being. I'm not gonna say they feel like they're being bullied by LaTrue Soccer. We're gonna talk about that, but they feel like my fun with the parties. I want them to get their get back, and I want to have some fun with it. And I'm gonna talk to them and see if they're gonna be down with it. Um, Cause my anniversary is coming up, so I'm gonna see when I started. They posted my first video. Cause I think it was in August. and I'm gonna go ahead and talk to them and see if we could do it. We're gonna have some fun. Um, we will be playing music. I'm gonna come up with the concept, and I want to do it where we just have some fun. I want them to get their get back in a fun way. I do, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I want us to get our get back in a good way. With a party, with a party and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys tonight at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. But I'm gonna just post in the community post and see if we can get with them and have some fun. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.